Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I'm doing a follow-up on this Land Pride brush hog that I just picked up this week. Got on Facebook Marketplace, found it online, and I've been looking for one of these for a little while. Got the Kubota BX 2380 a couple years ago, and I didn't get a brush hog with it. I got a 60-inch bid mount mower, and kind of was always looking for one of these. I missed out. There was one for sale locally about a year and a half ago for a good price, and didn't pick it up. So when I saw this one, I jumped on it, got a really great deal on it, and got it home and cleaned it up. It's essentially in brand new condition. This thing's got really no appreciable wear on it anywhere that I can find. You can see the paint's in really good shape. Washed it, pressure washed it. I mean, it shines like it just came out of the factory. Underneath, this thing's in great shape. It's got a little bit of surface rust. Been scraping at it today, and also there was one issue that I had with it, with the blades, when I went to check it out. The guy had it hooked up to his tractor, and it was vibrating a lot, and these blades were not swinging freely, and they didn't look like they were totally in balance. So I've been working on this. So I got the WD-40 and the dead blow hammer here. I've been just getting some WD-40 into these pivots and then striking the blades with dead blow, and now they turn nice and easy. And so when this thing spins up, they should spin out to be nice and straight and be in balance. But otherwise, you can see this thing's got no big wear underneath it here on the bottom. Like I said, just some surface rust. I'm going to treat this, and maybe I'll make a video on that. But today what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the gear oil in this thing. And so this thing essentially looks like it's been sitting, my guess, the tractor that this guy bought it with looked to be about 10 years old. My guess is this thing's just been sitting for about 10 years with no use. So one of the first things I did was grease everything up. Got everything spinning nice and easy. Grease up the drive line. But I want to change this gear oil. There's no telling how long, how much condensation and moisture's gotten in there. And so we're just going to start off with fresh gear oil. So first thing you want to do, make sure your unit's level. I got this thing sitting up on blocks on my driveway. I've got the this side of it shimmed up so it's level. We can see here with the level. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's pretty dang close, so we're good there. So the next step is to get the old oil out of here. We're going to need an extraction pump. I've got this little $7 at Harbor Freight, this little Pittsburgh fluid extractor. So that'll go down here in the inlet, and we'll extract the old fluid out. I'm gonna put it in this old water bottle. And then we've got our new gear oil to fill in there. It's 80 W90 weight, and according to the manual, it takes about a pint. And got an adjustable wrench to take these plugs off. So let me set the camera up and we'll get started. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is take the fill plug out. I'm just using an adjustable wrench here. Use a socket wrench on this, probably be a little bit better of a choice. We just get that off of there. This is our vented fill plug. See, it's got a little vent here on the top. It should be open to allow pressure. You can already see on here, if I can get this to focus, a little bit of corrosion on this, and a little bit of corrosion here on the inside. Just tells me there's some moisture in this gear case, and I want to get this, like I said, this old fluid out of there. When I went and looked at this, I opened the plug up, and it's about a 5/8, 3/4 inch opening. You can see a little rust in there, and I could see the fluid looked a little milky when I shined in there with my little flashlight. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the old fluid out and put some new fluid in. Okay, so I got the inlet hose here in the gear case. I got the outlet hose here in the water bottle, and I'm gonna try to do this one-handed. It's trying. Might have to poke this around in here a little bit while I do. Okay, so I got the old fluid out. It was a little awkward. That's why I didn't film it. Trying to hold the tube down in there, and then operate the pump there. But you can see, got about what I can't do anything that involves fluid without making a mess. But you see, I got, I don't know, a little under a quarter of a water bottle here, so about 4 or 5 ounces of fluid out of this thing. There you can see it probably wasn't filled to capacity. And so what we're going to do, and you can see it's also pretty cloudy, pretty milky looking, so glad we got this out of there. What we're going to do now is we're going to take this oil level plug out and then fill our gear case until the oil starts pouring out of that level plug. I'm just going to use the adjustable wrench, get it tightened on here. And with these, I like to work them back and forth a little bit, you know, especially if these haven't been used in a while, to help prevent stripping the threads out, stripping the head off this. This actually is coming out pretty easy. Okay, so we got our oil level plug out, and we're just going to go ahead and fill it. I got this Lucas 80W90 weight gear oil, and we're going to fill it in the gear case here until it starts to pour out from that level plug. I'm just going to go slow. Stuff's pretty viscous, and so it might take a little while to fill up, or it may take a little while to come out once it's filled up to the proper level. Okay, you can see we got the oil starting to drip out of the fill plug now. Means we're at the proper level. I'm gonna go ahead and put put this level plug back in, get a little bit of oil on the threads here before I put it back in. Just start it by hand. Wipe up this before it goes all over the place. It doesn't take much. It takes about a pint, according to the manual. And so this thing, I still got fluid left in here, and I had used this on something else already. So this thing doesn't take a whole lot. So if it's low, or if the fluid is kind of milky, and you don't have a lot in there to begin with, it can cause some problems. So definitely something you want to keep an eye on and change out on a regular basis. On this one, again, this is the light duty brush hog. The gearbox, as you can see, is not that big, so it's not going to dissipate a ton of heat. The other thing I did, this fill plug, I just took it and kind of rattled it against my driveway here to dislodge any junk that's in here, and just kind of blew some air through there to make sure that the vent is still functioning properly, so that as this gear case gets hot and the fluid expands, air can escape from the gear case and it doesn't cause pressure to build up inside. Pressure building up inside the gear case is bad because it can cause the seals on the input and the output shaft to start to fail. You can imagine you start building some pressure in there, it's going to start pushing against those seals, and at some point something's got to give, right? So that can cause leaks at your input and your output shaft. I'm just going to spray this with a little WD-40 before I put it back in. And start this by hand. And then go ahead and bring it home with the wrench. This doesn't take a whole lot. It doesn't take a whole lot to get it in there properly. There we go. Okay, so that's it, guys. Pretty easy. The only thing that would make this easier is if they had put a drain plug in the bottom of these, but they don't. And so we got to use a little extractor over there. But yeah, so just changed the fluid on our brush hog gearbox. We've greased the drive line. We've greased the tail wheel. I showed you the blades, you know, in the first part of this video. This thing's ready to go mow now, so I'm pretty pleased with this. Like I said, found it for a great deal. It's essentially a barn find. I don't think this thing's, you know, maybe the guy tried it out in his yard, mowed some grass with it, but I don't think this thing's ever seen some brush action at all. So I'm excited to get on the back of the tractor and try it out. Thanks for watching, guys. If this was helpful, you know, please leave me a like, comment, subscribe, and share this video if you think this might be helpful to someone else. Till next time, take care.